Welcome back to another comic review, and this is the Pelican Man, and today we are reviewing The Blackest Night Superman. This comic book series is set in Smallville during the 50s/60s. It opens to a group of civilians talking about their day, to only see something in the clouds for a brief moment. We cut to the local police station, where we find out that the sheriff and the deputy are having an argument. In the middle of the argument, and in the middle of the sheriff's sentence, he is pulled into the underground into a dark void. This sets the scene for the comic series, making the viewer feel unsafe and uneasy, and something or someone is looking at them at all times. The deputy is horrified, and something or someone is looking at them at all times, being able to read his emotion, and has a tracking radar. Like if you've ever played Fallout and done a mission where you have to go find dead bodies using your Pip-Boy, it's similar to that. As this thing follows its sensor, it puts fear in everyone that crosses its path, pulling your attention and trying to guess who the villain is. The comic cuts back to Clark's house as he is waiting to meet Connor's girlfriend. Connor is his brother, but their dog, Crypto, starts barking. Superman and Superboy, or Clark and Connor, then arrive in a graveyard and in terror, where we are introduced to one of the antagonists of this comic book series. It's a dead Superman known as Carl, or Connor and Clark's father. While Superman chases after the two, as Carl takes Connor, while Superman chases after the two. Whilst back home, Clark's mum and Crypto are stormed by a zombified Louise. I believe that is Superman and Superman's mother. I'm not 100% sure there. And Clark and Cal get into a fight in space. In space, while Connor falls, Cal's figure is rotted of his former self. His jokes are cruel, making Clark needing to choose to save or not. Then we flip to the new Krypton in the city of Kandor, where Supergirl, Kara, and her mother start talking. Kara is worried about what will happen to Krypton 2. Whatever is happening there will happen to Krypton 2. Her mother tells her not to worry. They go to pay respects to Kara's deceased father. As the two walk in, he gets beamed with a beam of light, which is where we find out the clue of who is doing this. His name is Rayo. When reading, it'll leave tingles down your spine. We cut back to Clark and Connor at the family barn, finding a dying Crypto, but no mum. They leave Crypto outside the building, knowing that he'll get better. They go into Smallville to find out it is under attack, and there their mum awaits. When reading this comic, it pulls you in. It's short but direct, emulating a spirit of persistence, comparability. It's not as good as Marvel Comics, though it is much shorter and is much more entertaining. So the first issue of the Blackest Nights of Superman gets a 6 out of 10 from me. Alright, going on to the second issue in the series, I have to mention that reading the comic can be overly confusing, because speech bubbles will either be placed together or misplaced, which can be a bit frustrating. This is also prevalent in the first comic. Also, the detailed art is horrifying. Man, it sends chills down my back. But we do open to Smallville civilians again in the morning. To flip to the night, civilians in fear, and Clark and Connor trying to take down Cal, failing. A new character appears, Psycho Pirate, who we can instantly tell people's emotions and seems invisible to those around him. Cal is relentless and toys with Connor and Clark, exclaiming how much of a failure he thinks they are, before telling Lewis to kill their mother. Clark sends Connor to protect his mother, which is where we learn that the zombie has regenerative ability, and their strength is enough to break through ice even when visibly restricted. At times, Cal will speak in a third person, as if he is being controlled. We learn that Psycho Pirate has the ability to change people's emotions via trading them with his own. His real name is Roger Hayden. He switches Connor's emotions with hate and reverence for Clark. Back in Kandor is being a hateful. Kara's father has killed anyone in his way. The creature of the dead are all hateful versions of their once selves. The last scene in the comic is Martha now being the hunter, not the hunted, in which this comic we learn that the ring gives them their life. This comic was very entertaining. It was very short. It was swift. I give it a 7 out of 10. We open into the third comic. We open to Krypton. Kara and her father are fighting. Then flash to Earth where Martha and Crypto defeat Lois by sending her a flame and taking her ring. Allura, Supergirl's mum, gives the go-ahead for the planet to be put down into a lockdown, forcing anyone outside to stay out, anyone inside to stay in, via magnetic shield. We flip to Clark being smashed by Cal and a hateful Connor, though it doesn't last long because Connor finds his better emotions for Clark and instead stunts Cal. We go back to Allura and Kara fighting their dead husband/father. Then we leap one frame down, and we learn that Connor has tactile telekinesis that he hasn't been using because he wanted to be just like Clark and not use any powers. And then Clark goes, "Hold up, bro, hold up. If you have those powers, use them because a villain's not gonna use them. No, it's gonna go easy on you. No, no, no. The only villains that's ever gonna go easy on you is Batman. And even Batman won't go easy on you, so use it." Where was I? Then Clark attacks Cal, whilst Connor gets Psycho Pirate. I should mention the dog appears, Crypto. Yeah, he appears to help out Clark. And then Allura and Khan gets the dead relative off the planet before it shuts down. We find out Mars switches off the rings, and Cal gets defeated via this. The comic ends with Clark blaming himself for all this destruction, because he came to visit. This comic gets a 5 out of 10. It's short, it's lovable, it's amazing, it's a lot of things. I really suggest reading it if you guys are into comics. If you guys enjoyed this and made it to the end, thank you. My next video, hopefully, be coming out next week. Maybe this week. I'm not 100% sure yet. But yeah, like and subscribe, and tell me what you think down below. Bye.